So this matchup's a lot about um this might be a little counterintuitive, but this matchup's about slowing Pikachu down. Because if you slow him down, he just he really basically if you slow him down at all, you nullify his major advantage over you. Now he has a couple of advantages, but his biggest one is just his buttons are a lot faster, right? Like a dash short up there from him is just so much faster than anything you can do, right? But if you just call it out and threaten it just enough, make him just scared enough to like throw him out, uh, again, you only have to beat one short up there, which is the instant one. Because if you just beat that one, you slowed the character down. And once you've slowed the character down, his main advantage is gone. And technically, you're not actually stopping him. You're not like shooting a Falco laser that actually stuffs him, right? But if you just kill him or like throw enough high reward moves, it's stuff or like otherwise, like turn around shield or whatever, to just punish it just enough to make him not do it as a go-to option consistently out of weird situations. Because that's how Axe used to always beat him. Well, there's a few missed spots. Basically, but Axe kind of crushed on that short hop nair, and then Pikachu's superior buttons. And once you made Pikachu respect that you can call those buttons out in a pretty good risk reward situation for you, you basically now unlock like a regular neutral game, um, which makes it a lot less frustrating. All right. So yeah, so you see how Axe got like this is a perfect situation though. So Axe got nared, and you actually can't nair grab Pikachu because it is not if he lands. Because his landing animation actually ducks your grab, and then his jumps got ducked for grab. So if you nair a grab to go for nair on Pikachu, he's gonna dash nair out of it every time, like that, like he just did to beat Wizzy. And Wizzy's gonna probably do a good job of respecting that. At least he did back when he used to practice more. And it's a big key because if you just stop that option, all of a sudden, like a lot of the stupid Pika stocks start off of him doing a burst attack out of seemingly nowhere. And if you can just make those slow those down, it's a big deal. That's a perfect example. Yeah, see how like he's so playing around that shuffle range. Axe actually like a different jump arc than usual there, but you see how he's very cognizantly playing around that like instant dash short hop range. This whole match he's played around that range. Just keep that in mind. He just and when he's scared, he just rolls away. It's like just no use dealing with it. Pikachu's actually not that fast. He just has like really fast moves, and he can hit you really quick. Oh, he messed up. Okay, that was bad. Whatever. Yeah, that's a D. Yeah. So I guess I'll explain it real quick. So when Pikachu does a down tilt on you, um, basically the mix up is down tilt into dash nair and down tilt into dash grab. So if you hold shield, he's gonna dash grab, and then if but Wizzy hasn't been holding shield as much, so Pikachu did the dash nair because like if you roll away, then he'll probably chase you and get a weak nair, and if you jump out of shield, he's trying to hit you. But if you get it out like that, you get a fat kill because Pikachu's holding in. And again, think about percents, right? This is actually a matchup where percents are just as big or bigger than in first month. But for Pikachu, right? For the punish game. Because if you can get a kill consistently between about like 60 to 80%, you're going to win the match, right? So these setups and those percents are a huge deal. And so for this situation, right? If Wizzy holds away or down and he gets nared, he's not really going to do much. He probably gets a ledge, honestly. But if he hits him, Axe is holding in, and Axe is going to get nair need. That's a super skewed risk reward for Wizzy there. So that's the kind of thing that you do play around. Percents and dash short up range. I expect to see a lot of that. I didn't actually watch the set. I don't think. Maybe I did. I don't really remember. I didn't analyze it or anything. Yeah. Also, you see how he went to ledge there? Don't double jump. Don't slide off double jump. He just flat out fastball to ledge. That's good. Oh, I should probably explain that, shouldn't I? Okay. Sorry. People don't really play Pikachu. So basically, that's a pretty hard angle from a sweet spot. Pikachu, he grabs a ledge a lot. Like you can't really hit him out of it if he does like the slight angle. You know, if he does like a slight angle down to ledge, it's you can't really hit that. But if he's actually does it from a 45-degree because it's easy and people don't really hit it, but you can just hit that. And so Wizzy threatened to grab ledge here, right? So what you could do is you just short out backwards and threaten ledge. Because think about your risk reward here, right? Or Pikachu's risk reward. So if you grab ledge and he goes to ledge, he dies at 50, you win this game pretty much, pretty free, right? Um, so by the short out back, jump on stage, you pretty much get a free grab, stomp. So because he has to go on stage. Like the risk reward is so bad for him to go to ledge right when he's short out back and threaten it. Because you can just fall to ledge and grab it. So that's why this worked. Oh, and Pikachu does have landing lag. It's not as much as us, but it's less than like Sheik or Falcon or something, but it's still decent enough to punish you pretty consistently. Yeah, but yeah, he dashed to center there, and it's because one of Pikachu's main flaws, Pikachu doesn't really have a walling move. You know how like the previous match we were like spamming backer in place versus Marth? Pikachu can't really do that. Pikachu has to go hit you, right? And so dash out of the corner is like really disproportionately good for that reason. Because they can't just put like they can't like space you up to in place, you know, or Falco backer. You know, he doesn't have anything like that. He can't just stop you from moving forward. He moves forward really well, but he can't stop you from moving forward. So if you just dash into center, even if you get hit, you're probably not going to die because you could hit like the left. You could hit to the left because if you like nares forward, he'll hit you to the left, and then he probably won't hit you because it's really hard to cover that compared to like, how you think it should be. Like if like you're dashing forward out of the corner versus like Sheik, she'll just fail you every time. She's like, "What are you doing?" But if you do it out of first Pikachu, he doesn't really have good walling moves. You can't. Oh, you can't grab back here. Eat pancakes. And yeah, so if you, by the way, I'm not gonna go over every single aerial, but every single aerial is kind of like covering, basically a short hop approach read. That's what it's covering, and it looks like Wizzy's just throwing out moves. I mean, maybe he doesn't realize why it's good, but we practice it a lot. But that's why it's good. He's covering a short hop approach timing. Yeah, you can't survive here, but he did a pretty good job. If you land barely on stage, it's pretty hard to cover, but it doesn't really matter. You're 200%. You can't really live. Grab ledge. Yeah. That should have worked, but he missed his fastball. Oh. I guess I can explain it. It's a pretty niche situation, but it does happen. So if if you get F tilted here, basically, and you mash up B, um, it's pretty hard to deal with. He kind of has to like hard call it out or something like that. In this exact situation, which doesn't happen that often, but just so you know, matchup B is pretty good here because it's he doesn't have much advantage here. Basically, I don't know if he even has frame advantage here on hit, or if he does, it's barely any. So matchup B is pretty good because but you can also mix that up with fall down, reverse up B. That's kind of the mix up there. So you either like fall and reverse up B him off if he goes for like a drop zone nair, and then if he goes for like something like a run off double jump nair or something like that, like he did, you could just match up B. I went for drop zone nair, and that even doesn't work sometimes. Yeah, because Pikachu's nair rotates, so it's not always. It's like variable how good it is. Oh, you should. Oh, you can hit that on reaction. By the way, just you can like it's like Luigi's side B. Just jump out, hit on reaction. That's a good way to punish this. This isn't like guaranteed, but the Pikachu's don't really recover well yet. I've never really had a developer's recovery past like 2007 because people don't really punish it well. But you can just normal get up and then dash grab it. That isn't guaranteed. That isn't real, but it's pretty good. And it's like, especially in a tournament, it's well the current Pikachu meta, it's pretty good. Just know it's not guaranteed. So if it doesn't work, don't be like, what the hell, man? Just realize it's not real. But Pikachu haven't really developed the character much. That's a grab, but Wizzy's really bad at reacting to that. I don't know why. It's pretty easy. You can like probably dash when Pikachu DIs in your down throw, you can just regrab it. Or combo it at that percent, honestly, with the aerials. Yeah. He's usually going to call that out. You should just air dodge on stage. Wizzy's a little out of practice in the matchup, so. Yeah, see, he was like so like fixated on that short up range. He's like, I'm willing to go off stage to knock it in. Because that's what the matchup's all about. You have to like make that throw up arrow suck. And you can just tunnel up being that short up arrow. Like, your life is so much better. There's other really good things that Pikachu does that I'm not going to point out because Axe might watch this and remember what he does better sometimes. But there's other really good things. But if you can just slow down that nair, you can play a more normal game plan. That's like the one really like that's his like a trump card, you know, if you will. And if you could just like kind of nullify that, the advantage that offers him by really fixating on that dash short of fastball range, you just really slow him down. You'll make the match look like Pikachu kind of runs all over you. You know, if Pikachu can go lawnmower, what I call it, Pikachu's just going full speed, spamming buttons, and you're not calling it out, you're not like punishing it, you're gonna destroy it, right? But if you can just slow down the lawnmower, just throw like a log in there, all of a sudden you have way better range. You know, you have better kill options. You have so many things that are just huge advantages. And especially if you play like a hold center stage kind of game and just don't get like gimped very often, it's really good. There's other things that Pikachu did that are really abusive, but I'm not really going to talk about it much. But if you ever talk to me about Pikachu Falcon, you'll probably hear me talk about them. But there's a few other big options that Axe isn't really using. But the short hop is the key. If you can beat the dash short hop, you're in good shape. There. You see? Wizzy was too close to whiff punish that short hop aerial, so then he just went over it. And it looks really basic. But almost everyone else, besides like S2J, who's really good at walling and playing defensive too, if not better, he's like so good at it. His defensive neutral, like he's a pretty defensive neutral game player, but it's like really good at it. Like everyone else would have gotten hit though. I think I don't think any other Falcon would have avoided that nair. And it looks like nothing, right? It's a nair at 7%, but everyone else would have got nair out of the air because they weren't respecting a dash short up nair, and so they were trying to jump and air to air it, and they didn't have time to. So where Wizzy just wave landed off the platform, like double jump wave off the platform, other people would have tried to like back air or whatever, facing away, I forget, and got hit. And I would have got hit too. Actually, I would have done that as well. Those are really simple things though. Like you need to always be thinking, can he nair me here? And if you can, and I don't have time to like beat it with a move, which is the key situation. How am I going to deal with it? So that's a really good example of by Wizzy. It's really simple. These are simple things, but that nair at 7% is a full combo if he hits because it's a nair out of the air. So you see this though? He's so focused on it. He's thinking about it the whole time. Oh, he went for the grab there because if you can grab out of his dash. So he goes for a down tilt dash nair. And so if you mash grab and you catch one of his like dash frames, if you dash it for one frame, you have a one frame to grab it. But it's pretty good because even if he nairs you like he did Wizzy there, it doesn't really matter that percent. So it was actually a pretty good decision. That's why he tried to go for grab. Yeah. So normal get is pretty good. Again, it's not real, but Pikachu is a very underdeveloped character compared to Falcon. So you can just do simple stuff and it's pretty good. Kind of like how back in the day they would just normal get up versus Falcon, he would die every time. You know. It happens sometimes now, but they don't just do that anymore because Falcons have ways around it. But Pikachus haven't really developed their character much. Very underdeveloped. So you can just normal get it for now. But he actually sucks ass in FOD. It's so frustrating. No, it's not frustrating. It's just I wish he was better. He's getting better at it though. He's better now than he was a year ago, but yeah. That was good. I'll explain why it's good. So there, he knew he was going for ledge cancel, but he knew he's just bad at it. But he knew he could just jump. So you have like two options. You have two major options here. You either respect dash nair and get away, So you can like dash back shield, for example, if he does a dash through a flying nair, or you can just jump over his head and stop. I told him to stop at this situation, and I think it's good. Let's cancel stop, but he messed up. It wasn't even close, but you know, whatever. Didn't really matter. Oh yeah. So when Pikachu's doing this nair, it's because you can't grab his jump squat. So he did the back air into up air because you can't grab most of the back air landing animation. You can't grab, and then the up air, the jump squat you can't grab. So you have very few times in there that you can actually grab him. That's why it's pretty good. His jump squat ducks your grab, and his landing lag ducks your grab. That's the gist of it. Well, back air landing lag, empty land. So like if you nair him and he lands from your nair, and then the beginning of wave dash or wave land. So because of that, his low profile is actually a huge deal in this matchup, and you see a lot of whiff grabs for that reason. And also, like another big one is that you'll whiff your first jab versus Pikachu because the low profile is the first jab, and so you have to like be able to confirm gentleman on whiff versus Pikachu. It's a big deal. Yeah, that's why that up air worked. Yeah, there's the down tilt there. You want to just wave dash through him. You want to just wave dash this way, but it's just he's a lot of practice. So you back here versus spaces. I have a back here versus spaces. Not every time, but some situations. Like this spot, I would have versus if Falco crossed him up, I would have him back here in this exact situation. So we haven't really practiced much Pikachu. Yeah, he always goes to ledge there. Yeah, but yeah, Pikachu's moves have no horizontal coverage. So drift mix-ups are a huge deal. That's why he got. That's why he recovered there because he just pulled back, and Pikachu has to kind of commit to cover anything because he can't really just put out a big move and cover it like a back air. You know, nothing's really very good. God, that hits so hard. What the heck? All right. Yeah, Wizzy's the king of jab grab. It's really, really good. Everybody thinks it sucks because we're all bad at it. But when you play Wizzy, you realize how like jab grab is like godlike. That should be a knee. But, you know, whatever. That's it. All right, you guys might recognize that from the cookbook. That's how I want you guys to handle that situation. You just spam up there. Because how is he gonna get through that, right? I think it's really, really good. What is above you? I mean. Yeah. So another thing is when he double jumps out of combos, he doesn't jump with double jump four because Pikachu has to call out your horizontal movement. And you might not realize that he is, but they're like it's pretty hard to cover multiple horizontal locations as Pikachu. So Wizzy does like he doesn't double jump forward usually, and if he does, it's like a mix. It's a pretty good mix up. So like it's a rare mix up. I mean, he screwed up, but whatever. He might not even be dead though. I think he's alive. See? Yeah. Um. Okay. You got to angle it. Well, honestly, on the sunken FOD platforms versus Fox and Pikachu, especially if he can outmatch you, you got to angle down and then just stop out a shield ledge cancel if he hits your shield. Because you're always going to get poked there. It happens a lot. Yeah, that was a good. You want to ASTI down that? You could slide off that up air there. That wasn't real, but it's a good mix though because Wizzy doesn't remember that. But yeah, they always roll away there. Dang. All right. Probably the same stuff over and over again now. Yep. Covered the immediate short up approach. That's when the normal get up doesn't work though. When he goes for like there, it would have worked. But if he goes for the horizontal upbeat just above the ground, he can land a lot faster, like twice as fast. Well, effectively half as much landing lag. About you can up air and shield down on reaction. I think the pull up air again. The down tilt grab mix that he went for. What? Did Axe just mess up? Why didn't he hit him? The heck? Weird. It's all pretty weird. Axe is playing not his best. He should have killed him already, and he shouldn't have gotten whatever. This is a bad decision. But wait, oh, is it? Okay, they go back to F-Footy. Yeah, F-Footy is the good right call for Swizzy. I Pikachu especially. I mean, that was a really bad back air, but no one's perfect. Wizzy. All right. Yeah, that's the grab on the down tilt. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Yeah, it's a down tilt dash near you. It's like I think it's double frame perfect. I think that's the only reason why the grab is really good because like they're never actually going to get it. So it's kind of like who's closer to frame perfect, you or them. Like if you get the grab out, show grab out perfectly, you're probably gonna get the grab every time. That's the other thing about it. I forgot about that. That's also the reason it's good. So you can just shield grab the point blank down tilt, and yeah, that's why I shield grab every time. I forgot. That's a hard spot. That's there's not much you can really do that's that threatening. There is stuff, but it's not like that was bad. His up air is insanely negative though. I think up air on shield, if he's in range, it's always a shield grab. Like he can't. It's like -8 or more or something. So it's like more than shield grab negative, even if it's perfect. Oh, that'd been a big punish. Like 20 something damage. Yeah, roll is the right call there. You want to roll because he's going to go for up smash or grab. You can just roll and avoid the mix up. Yeah. Example. The Pikachu's in his landing animation, you see? So he low profile the grab off the near grab. That's like the big thing off the near at low percent. Near doesn't really give you anything at low percent. It's good for high percent because near knee always works, which is a big deal because Pikachu's usually holding towards you. So nair knee is usually going to work. But at low percent, nair grab doesn't work. So you have to either like in this spot you either have to respect the dash nair or read a spot dodge. I think. Yeah, yeah, that was pretty bread and butter. Is out their knee? Yeah, Pikachu can get out of that, but Axe is not DIing well. But a lot of top players don't DI Falcon combos very well, which is nice. Huh, weird. Oh, the other thing is Pikachu's short hop arc is a very specific like height it covers. And so the stops on the platforms aren't just stops on platforms because there's like, oh, I have to stop at the platform. It's very deliberate. Like I have to do that on purpose. It's because it goes over the Pikachu short hop height. That's why the stop on the side plat is good. And I know it's like, well, that's always why it's good, but not quite because other characters when they fall faster or have bigger moves or otherwise get punished harder, um, like Pikachu does the short hop autopilot short hop stuff like he usually does. It's going to lose to that. Whereas something like a Fox could just full hop up air you for that and just murder you, right? Uh, it's a, it's a lot more of like a hard call out for Pikachu to do a similar thing, and it's not going to combo nearly as well. Like unless it's like the perfect situation. Whereas like Fox could pretty like safely just throw that in there, like occasional full up read, or Marth could just like up tilt it. You know, she could just exist and she'll probably beat it by accident. Um, Puff could up air rest it. Falcon could just up air like he does every other character when they're above him. You know, like it's pretty like straightforward to counter it with all these characters. His power lies a lot like Falco in the horizontal game, but unlike Falco, he's not Falco, which means he doesn't have up tilt back air. and other wonderful things that exist because he's a space animal. And because of that, he only covers that horizontal space really well with his dash short up aerials. His full up aerials aren't really that threatening. So if you throw in occasional stops just to beat out those preemptive short up aerials, which I told you, that big key of the matchup is like punishing those and making those like suck, basically. It's gonna be a good look for you. That's why those stops are hitting though. They're not like just, but that one was kind of dumb. But most of them were like real. They weren't just like scrubby stomps. That one, okay, that made me look really dumb because those were scrubby stomps. But most of those were like legitimately like good stomps because you got to think about the jump arc. It's like so Pikachu covered like to this high, right? So if you stomp on this platform, Pikachu short hop is never gonna hit your stomp, right? Or at best it'll trade with you for him. At best for him. So the stomp's often really, really good for Pikachu. Because again, your goal is to slow down the lawnmower, right? Slow down those snares. Slow down those snares, you win the match. All right. That's enough analysis. Any questions, anybody, on anything I talked about? Sorry, man, I'm feeling nasally. I can't. My nose is all stuffy. Good job, D2D. Is D2D bad? I don't know. No questions, anybody? All right, go through all these clips. That's a small grab kill at 0, though. You want to pummel usually, though, so. This is knee grab if you're not fast enough. And CC example. CC example. And this is normal get up stop. Yeah. All right. No questions? I'm gonna check general.
Wait. Wait.
What's up?
Will this be recorded or like?
Yeah,
Is there like?
recording it all? Hopefully it worked.
Oh, thank God! All right, I was here late. That's all.
I'll try to upload it then right now. So hopefully it worked.
Bless you.
All right. Anything else? I figured the Pikachu analysis was worth doing. What the heck? Yeah.